I get a lot of questions when it comes to the difference between tax liens and tax deeds. And as a new investor, as you're getting started in this business, you have to be absolutely crystal clear on what the differences are. Now, if you're wanting to buy property and own it, tax deeds are going to be the way to go. If you want to earn the interest rate, the tax liens are going to be the way to go. Now, the great thing about this business is it can seem very confusing at first as you're getting started. And that's a good thing because it keeps out a lot of the people who are following fads and trends. So this is kind of like an insider business, not like insider trading, but it's kind of like an inside track because it's when it comes to like wholesaling and things like that, although it's a great way to go, there's a lot of people coming into that side of the business. So if you're going to do it, we like to get any deal we wholesale, we try to go further upstream as far as getting things that are on the tax lien list and sometimes getting them before the auction. But when it comes to the deeds and scooping things up, you really need to understand what the differences are and be super clear about that. So always remember, with a tax deed, you end up owning the property. With a tax lien, you're getting an interest rate 95% of the time. And I say with a tax lien 95% of the time, the reason is because 95% of the time, the tax lien is going to redeem and you're going to get your interest rate. Now, from there, the big hits with the tax liens are when they don't redeem, because then you can foreclose and get the property. So I see a lot of confusion when folks are getting into this as far as confusing the state that they live in with tax liens and deeds. And it can be very confusing. So we need to get that sorted out. Use tax liens and deeds as a tool to get into real estate and maybe quit your job and use real estate as a full-time income because it can be fun, it can be flexible, and especially with the way things are now, you can do a lot of this stuff virtually, whereas back in the day, you couldn't do a virtual tax deed sale because you had to be there in person. But now there's a lot of options online. So as always, if you want some help getting started, hit the thumbs up on this video, subscribe if you haven't, so you can be up to date on the most recent information. So what you do, combine this with the information you get in these videos, and you will have your first deal coming up here super quick, maybe even this week, maybe even in the next day or two, if you're able to execute. That's the really big thing, is the execution part, right? It's you should have like 1 ounce or 1 portion of watching a video, 3 portions of execution. So that's kind of the ratio, depending on when you're watching this. It could be the weekend. For every hour you put in watching YouTube, you're learning, you should be executing, calling those counties, getting your feet in the game, taking action in this business.